Welcome to the Monitor. As always, I am Peter Rubin, senior editor at Wired. They're going to stop doing this one of these weeks, I promise. This week we're going to talk about a throwback album, we're going to talk about a throwback video game, and believe it or not, we're actually going to talk about kind of a throwback movie. So let's start with that, and that is the Dodecapentathlon. I know, it's a mouthful. From brothers Jay and Mark Duplass, the Duplass brothers, who made their bones 5, 6, 7 years ago, making a series of tiny little indie movies that were lumped in with the mumblecore movement. And then in 2010, they made the movie Cyrus, which was one of my favorite movies of that year, and then they kind of went into another orbit. But in 2008, before they made Cyrus, they made this movie, the Dodecapentathlon. They shot it in 2008, but they never had a chance to go back and finish it until now. They have finally done that, and now it is out this week, and it is a story of two brothers, neither of which is Mark Duplass, who you actually might recognize from acting in their movies and also being a regular on The League, on FX, and a number of other movies. It's a story of two brothers who throughout their teens competed in this Dodecapentathlon that they created themselves, and now it ended up souring their relationship, and they have come back together as grown-ass men to decide things once and for all with a final Dodecapentathlon. There, I said it correctly. At any rate, it is out this week. It's a limited run in theaters, but it is also, if you don't live in a city, probably going to be a little tougher to find, but it's also going to be on iTunes, so actually it doesn't matter. Thank you, technology, for that. So the Dodecapentathlon is out, and you will see it, because I beseech you to, please. But now we're going to talk about the throwback video game portion of the evening, and by evening I mean whenever we're actually taping this. I exist in a strange, misty netherworld, so let's go to you for that. Okay, throwback video game of the week, Cthulhu Saves the World. It's throwback for two reasons. First reason is it actually came out at the very end of 2010 for Xbox Live, and then it came out last summer for the PC. It's just out now for the iOS. Second layer of throwback, Cthulhu Saves the World, that's really hard to say, Cthulhu Saves the World is actually a love letter and homage to the RPGs, the role-playing games, in the 16-bit era on Super Nintendo. Tales of Phantasia, Dragon Quest, Chrono Trigger, etc. It's just like those. Zeboyd Games made this with love. It is the tale of H.P. Lovecraft's famous Cthulhu creature coming back and having to break a curse and save the world. Little fourth wall breaking is just, it's so love-packed, you feel the love dripping from the game. And only $1.99 on the App Store, just came out last week, well worth the purchase. It's much more than just a port. Zeboyd Games made sure that they brought this over with the love that it deserved and the love that they have for the genre. Cthulhu Saves the World, App Store, last week. Pick it out, pick it up. Pick it out, then pick it up. Pack it up, pack it in, let me begin. Back to you. Okay, thanks for that. To be honest, I'm kind of surprised you can pronounce Cthulhu, but good on you for that. So that was the throwback video game. Let's talk about the throwback album, which isn't actually a throwback album because it just came out last week, but it is a throwback sound. R. Kelly, of all people, in 2010 came out with this fantastic album full of throwback sounding R&B, and he has done it again with the album Write Me Back that came out last year. For the past few years, there's been this great resurgence of R&B and soul artists who are going back to older styles. Raphael Sadiq has done it. Obviously, newer guys like Nick Waterhouse and Mayer Hawthorne have done it. And R. Kelly did it in 2010, and he's doing it again now. And Write Me Back kind of spans from 50 sounding stuff through to almost disco-y Barry White type production. But it's pretty varied and it's pretty great. He's, in a strange way, he's at his best when he's writing songs that don't rely on bizarre sex metaphors, and he's just kind of doing these straight ahead love songs and songs of heartbreak and repentance, and so it's great for that, and it's shockingly good end-to-end listen. So that is Write Me Back, R. Kelly. Throw it on for whatever seduction you have planned, that's on you. I'm not going to pry. So that is it for this week on the Monitor. Hey, next week we're going to be at Comic-Con. It's going to be good times for everyone. Until then, email us at themonitor@wired.com. Let me know what we're missing. Let me know what we need to cover. Let me know. I swear to you I'm going to get a new pair of shoes one of these days. But until then, and until I see you next week, inspirational catchphrase here.